Month from now, we shall be in April, the month of Easter festivities, and my friend Mr. Timothy Mwangi Kiarie will be going in for his kidney transplant surgery after he was diagnosed with diabetes-related end-stage kidney failure in the month of April 2022. So me and Mr. Phil teamed up for a walk from Nairobi to Mombasa just to help fundraise for the hospital bill of 3.9 million Kenyan shillings. Come join us as we conquer the plains and trek through the lushy savannas of the south to see Mr. Tim winning.
Walk with us.
Hi, my name is Tim Kiarie, or Timothy Mwangi Kiarie. People know me as Tim. My friends call me Tim. I'm the firstborn in our family of four. My siblings, there are four of us. And of course, with my mom and my dad, they are all alive, kicking and well. We thank God for that. And also, I'm married to one wife. For the last 14 years, we've been together. It's been interesting, it's been fun. For a living, I enjoy doing so many things. I'm a man of many talents and many skills. So I think I'll start from the top. What I've been doing as a part of my career, let me say, as a part of a way of earning an income. I've been a designer for so long, for as long as I can remember. So that's a period of around 14 years or 15 years to be precise. I've been designing, graphic design, doing web design, all sorts of design and visual design. I've been doing all that for all those years. So I also love doing mission work. So I'm a Christian. I think that's what I should have started off with. I'm a Christian, I'm a lover of God, I'm a lover of Jesus Christ, and I like going for missions on the streets, doing evangelism on the streets. I'm also a member of another group that we do a lot of evangelism and answering Bible questions. That's called Apologetics Kenya of Sitam Valley Road. We do a service called Saturday PM. So basically that's me. I also love having fun. I love conversations that make sense, conversations that are interesting. I love answering questions about the Bible. I also love investigating the Bible and the ins and outs of the Bible, and also of the science world. So I think that's the whole picture of who I am. So if you met me on the road, I think probably I can say you have a clear picture of the kind of person that I am or who I am. My hobbies are quite, I don't know if there are few or many, I don't know, you guys can be the judge of that. But to start with, I love drawing, though it's something that I've not been working on for so long because usually time and looking for ways to make ends meet. So usually don't focus on the thing that makes you happy most. You work on the thing that pays the bills, unfortunately. But yes, I love drawing. That's one of my hobbies. It's also a talent. I also love doing having conversations with people, mostly to do with Bible study and Bible exposition and anything to do with theological matters. I enjoy a lot of theological conversations and discourses. I think that's my element when I'm discussing Bible theology and questions and trying to find out the ins and outs of what the scripture says. I'm in my element. It makes me really happy. I also really enjoy doing evangelism out there, meeting with people and telling them about God and the love of Christ and the reason why we are here on earth, and also debunking the beliefs that people have about God and bringing the reality of what it is. So it's a hobby. I love it. That's my bread and butter. I can just live without food just doing that basically. Yeah. So what else do I like doing? I also love Yeah, watching movies, yeah, there. Right now, I'm into watching Korean movies. But besides that, I also love watching anime. I love anime very much. Yeah, and action flicks, but mostly science fiction. I love science fiction a lot. I also love reading very, very much. I love reading a lot, but not just any book. Definitely you can guess, I just love reading theological books. Before I had some things happening in my life, I used to love playing football a lot. I used to play football a lot. A fact that I tell guys, and no one ever believes me, is that I actually did play football with the one and only Dennis Oliech at some place. I used to play soccer then, rather football. And I've played football with Kina Oliech and all those people. It was interesting. It was a part in my life that I always remember fondly. Yes, so those are my hobbies. And I think also taking walks. I love taking walks. I'm mostly with my wife. I love when we take walks. And also meeting my family, that really also makes my day. I think I would meet my family any day. I think if I wasn't married, I would be living with my family because I love my family very much because we are really, really close. So I think that's also another thing that I can include as a hobby. I don't know if you can say family is a hobby, but they are a hobby for me, yeah. I'm best known for design, unfortunately. I'm known for what I do. I'm best known for design, and because of my talent of graphic design and web design, people do say I have a keen eye of design, and my designs are pretty unique. Probably can go check me out online and you can see my stuff there. I have several websites going on. I have my work in plenty of places. I've had the privilege of working with many designers out there who are really good at what they do, and I've learned a lot from them too. So I'm best known for design work and art direction, let me say so, art direction. That means design work and also photography, art direction photography, not doing the actual shoots. I'm just mostly known for directing really good photography work. Yeah, so I'm also known in other circles, and this is the main thing that I'm known for apart from design. For guys who know me from the side of work, they know me as a designer. In other sides, people know me as an evangelist, mostly because I do a lot of evangelism work and a lot of apologetics. I'm always having apologetics sessions with people, even in a bus, in a matatu, in a hospital, anywhere I'll sit with someone, I'm going to have a discussion or a discourse about God and about questions that they may have about life. Yes, that's what I'm known for, those two main things. I've had diabetes for 19 years. First, I can't say it was a strange thing to hear the word diabetes for me. The one I suffer from is a genetic version of it, or a genetic one. And that one, people know. No one really knows how it happens, except they say, yeah, your pancreas just failed. So for 19 years, I've had this diabetes. The journey wasn't so bad. It hasn't been so bad ever since I got diagnosed with it. I've been okay all along. But as I'm growing older, things have started happening, and I'm guessing I'm sure these are the consequences of long-term effects of having diabetes. And they have made my journey they have made my journey hard. Yeah. When the effects of diabetes kicked in, it's been pretty hard. It became really hard. I'm trying to think of if I'm going to say it in past tense or continuous tense, because I think I've suffered before and I'm still suffering till now. So it's been a very trying journey and a very trying time for me and my family, seeing that it's not only I who has this issue of diabetes. Even my sister has the same thing, and my father has the same thing. So we've had to deal with it. But I can say that God has kept us. At least we're still here. God has been faithful, and we've been soldiering on. been in the trenches, not giving up in spite of the effects that comes with long-term effects of diabetes. So yeah, the journey has been trying. That's what I can say. Yeah. You know, diabetes is a very odd disease. It affects everyone differently, and I think that's something I've come to learn, because there's what my sister goes through, and there's what I go through, and all our sufferings are different. It's pretty weird that even when I've met other people in diabetic clinics, they're all having different types of complications. None is similar to the other. Maybe they can have some sort of, they might be similar, but not the same. Yeah, so when I started having these complications, the side effects of having diabetes, it was a shock, because I didn't think that it would happen soon, because I thought I'm still young, my body's still strong, and I was like, yeah, I don't think this is because of diabetes, but unfortunately it was. So the first side effects of diabetes that I had began with my blood pressure. My blood pressure just went haywire one day, just abruptly, just like that. Yeah, and that was the beginning of madness. But even before then, I remember there's a time that I had a surgery on my toe after I had an accident playing football, and then my bone broke inside my toe, and then I had a surgery that was done on my toe. At that time, the doctor told me because I'm diabetic, it will reconstruct in a very funny way, and she was right. And she said it would take years before it totally gets better. So that was like the real first experience of the side effects of diabetes and how someone recovers when you have an injury. Then after that, that's when I had the blood pressure issue. It began, it was like almost like 2 years ago or so, or 3 years ago. And then from there, everything now went downhill. Everything went downhill from there. And now, after that, after a while, I started experiencing eye problems. My retina started having issues. I could not see. There was blood in my eyes for a while, both of my eyes, and I was almost going blind. Actually, I was blind for some time, and it's because I could barely see. Let me say I was semi-blind, not totally blind, like I was semi-blind for some time. So after that, I had to undergo several surgeries to try and recover my sight. I had to go through 7 surgeries to recover my sight. Unfortunately, I lost one eye. So I don't know if you can see from there. My right eye is totally blind, cannot see. So I'm left with the left eye, which is semi-blind. It's like, let me say, like 60% of it can see. But that has not deterred me from working or doing things. I'm still in the trenches doing what I can to the best of my ability, as the Lord has been helping me. The other complications that came about because of diabetes-related issues was kidney failure. So that's the most recent thing that happened to me, and I think that was a shocker for me, because I didn't expect. That's something that I could never even have thought. It wasn't even within my scope. Let me say, like, it was something a million miles away from me, even in my thought. So I remember when I got the diagnosis, we went to the doc for some checkup because I had some stomach problem. And the doc told me, hey, Tim, you have to stop using the medication you're using because we think it's not working properly. And I was like, okay, fine. So I stopped, and he said, okay, the other thing you're going to do is go for full blood works, just to have a blood test, like a full blood works, the whole blood works. So I went for full blood works, and when the results came back, unfortunately, the doc was like, hey, this is crazy. He was a dietitian. I don't know, they have a name. I'm forgetting that name. So he was like, Tim, I think you have to go see a kidney specialist. Fortunately for us, the kidney specialist was just next door. So he just got up and knocked on the on the kidney specialist's door, and he was like, my friend, he was a dramatic man. Yeah, he was a dramatic man, full of drama. Yeah, probably like me, but he was full of drama, and he was like, hey, my friend, let me tell you what's happening to you. Dude, you've got kidney failure. Yeah, that was a shock. I remember I cried. I was so heartbroken because I was like, okay, it seems now I'm dying. I've lost some friends because of sicknesses. There was a friend I had who had lupus, and we used to share a lot with him. And he had just died like 2 years earlier. I think those thoughts just came into my mind, and they just flooded my mind, and I thought, wow, it's so easy to go. And here I am with kidney failure. I didn't know where you start with this kidney failure thing. I did not know. I don't know.
Now, this list can go on for the whole day, but this is just some of them. Some of the kinds of people who think they made it in life. Lawyers. And firstly, the ones practicing. There's ones that just graduated. And even those ones are fine. There's ones that are still students. This profession is very confusing. It is the only profession where the less experience, the more arrivalism. People who bleached. You can't advise those ones. People on a diet. I'm on keto. Now, I'm on keto diet. We eat fats. Intermittent fasting. But then someone came showing off to me about what intermittent fasting means. And I was like, many of us already live like that. I didn't know it was cool. You can't eat after 8. You eat after 8. You can't sleep immediately after eating. What good is a meal if it doesn't cause you to want to sleep? What have you to value for money? I don't fry. I eat everything boiled. I know I drink a lot of water. I drink 2 jerry cans of water a day. His laundry looking at him like. Another group, pharmacists at Mulago. The interesting thing, they don't even have medicine. The lady in charge of food at the function. If you have never been decreased in your life, just avoid these ones. They are the fountain of embarrassment. People that just started gym, filling the internet with their videos, are now aware. If there's just one sweat like this, photos with unnecessary hashtags, sweat has to be broken. Hashtag health is wealth. People driving European cars, they be showing off there in the streets, but when they come here in the garage, they are speaking Japanese. Team, I'm doing my master's. Master of none. People starting a new business. My lawyer, the USB guy, the interior designer. I'm just waiting on some paperwork. But the interior designer, the business hasn't even started yet, but the man is already a motivational speaker. Most of those people who are starting side hustles, you need a passive income. Something that can bring money when you're not there. 6 months later, with business, and I don't understand, team. I started this business single-handedly. Why should that be special? You wanted to start with who? I mean, you are the one that wants to sell juice. We drink juice. Why are we being blamed? And some of your businesses are scared. I want to start selling human hair. You start on your own, then you start struggling, explaining to your relatives in the village your source of income. People with relatives in government. Any small issue, bring up the phone. General, this safe border has refused cashless. And those are even fine. There's those people who know people in government. It's even dangerous. Moving around throwing unnecessary big words. I will cause you problems. Like, hey. Do you know me? Yes. We know you. People who got 4 in PLE. Oh! Bank tellers. It's like the bank is built on their land. They act like they were supposed to be CEO. They turned down the offer. People driving UBN. It is your number plate that is new, but your car is the car Said drove when he was moving his capital from. Okay. Receptionists. They know themselves as the way, the truth, and the life. Immigration officers. Their job is basically to be the askari of the country, but the way they have attitude of small heads of state. I'll never understand.
So, but we need to travel.
Teachers of English and literature. They carry themselves on the school compound like they are education expatriates. Special forces, askaris in charge of parking, jealous of a place they don't use. People with thumbs up country. They can make you regret your education. Batomeza. And those are even okay. There's those people who have small gardens next to their homes. Each time you eat at their house, they don't forget to remind you, by the way, everything you're eating is from here. People who buy anything using dollars, making the rest of us feel like for us we use cowrie shells. The biggest culprit, the biggest of them all, iPhone holders. The demon in iPhone that even a ninja with a 5S walks around speaking in uppercase. And even you people who have iPhone 13, iPhone 14, so many of you have a proper meal by mistake. And most of you got your phones from Mutas. Its battery comes from 100% to 2% in like 7 minutes.